All right. Welcome back. If you stumbled onto this particular video via YouTube, I highly recommend you start with the beginning of the series. We're learning how to get really flexible really quickly, and we're doing so by going bit by bit by bit, learning about your body, learning about all the tools that you actually have internally. All right, I also highly recommend you check out my website because there I actually have the text, the blurbs, which explain what the heck is going on. So I don't want you to be confused during it. Now, okay, if you've been following along, you've been doing the first 3 rules. This particular one is all about safety, okay? Let me just talk for a second. I know. We don't want you getting hurt because the injuries create self doubt and quitting. Ask me how I know, right? So, first and foremost, the number one thing that we want to understand or get through our head is that we don't want any sort of joint injury. Any sort of injury to your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, those things are much more permanent than injuries to your muscles, right? Than the actual stretching out of the muscles. So we want to avoid that at all cost. Now, okay, I'm going to basically be talking to 2 different groups of individuals. The first group are the people that typically aren't used to and don't like these sensations of like stretching and pain. It's all uncomfortable, avoid it at all costs. And so that group is going to think that they're hurting themselves far more than they actually are. But there's a separate group of, let's call them masochists, I would fall into this category, where they just push through everything. I got this, I can do this. And there's the middle path that all of us can walk, wherein the masochists basically ignore all the signs in their body and just push through, and they can create a lot more harm than they thought they were. Versus the other group, which doesn't push themselves nearly as much as they could, they're going to see progress a lot more slow. So we're going to try to walk that middle path wherein we get used to the sensations in our body. And we're going to do that by practicing foot stretch, toe stretch. Now this could be a painful one. So you've already practiced the hangman stretch with me in rule number 2, and that one's pretty dang challenging, especially after 3 or 4 minutes. But this one is also particularly agonizing. It's very simple. You're going to be on your shins, you're going to tuck your toes, and you're going to sit back onto your heels, as you can see here in the video. Now, okay, you have the throttle here. You have the gas pedal. If you lean forward, obviously there's less weight in your toes, and therefore the stretch is less intense. If you lean backwards, then obviously all the weight is going to be on the heels, and hence on the toes. It's going to stretch it much more deeply. So you've got the ability, and this is true for every single yoga pose that we do, to accelerate or decelerate. All right, you know that now. And so you're going to come into your balance pose, either forward or backward or somewhere in between. And you're going to start your lunar breathing exercise. This is in 4, out 8. And that exhale 8 is your gateway to relax, to free fall the area that's being stretched. In this case, the toes. Let's try it. Exhale everything out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, imaginary fogging up a mirror for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try again. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Big breath. Then exhale and drop your toes. Release into the sensations. Maybe lean back ever so slightly. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Now, okay, if you can, you're going to continue that breath as I talk, as I give you a little bit more guidance here. As you can sense, when the body gets in pain, and listen closely to this, as the body feels pain, it zips up. Like imagine stubbing your toe on something, and it hurts. You gotta have that flinching response. Right, so that might be occurring in your body right now as you lean backwards, as you feel the toes start to unwind. And if you don't feel it, then lean back until you do feel that kind of flinching. That's a little bit too far because the flinching zips us up like it's the nervous system's response to keep us safe. And that itself is going to work against your flexibility progress. Let me repeat that again. The pain you feel and the response of like gritting the body because it doesn't want to feel the pain is the thing that's going to inhibit your ability to get much more flexible. So you want to find this perfect balance point between not too far forward, because of course then you won't feel the stretch very much, not too far backwards, because if you go too far backwards, then you zip up and you can't actually turn off the body. You want to find that nice Goldilocks zone where you're slightly uncomfortable, but not crazy uncomfortable. And of course, at any time, if you feel sharp shooting pain, this is true of every single yoga pose, sharp shooting pain is a no-go. That's joint. That's getting into the ligaments and tendons, and those bad boys do not heal as easily. Let's try 2 more breaths like this. You got it. Relax your mind, relax your body. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let go of your feet and lean backwards. 7, 6, 5, drop, 4, 3, go into it, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to come all the way forward. You're going to come off your feet, and you're just going to pitter them a little bit on the ground. Tick, 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 tick. And then maybe flex them opposite ways. You're going to feel so sensational right now. It's like, oh my God. But it goes away very, very quickly. All you did was stretch out the bag. You're longer than before. Your toes are bigger than they were before. And now they'll be able to respond and be more useful in the world because of it. Now is when we get to go into all the tiny little cool subtleties and nervous system hacks in order to make this practice something very unique and special. I hope you're enjoying and getting a lot out of this. I will see you on the next page.